America has been talking about high-speed rails since 1965, shortly after Japan introduced its first line. Sleek bullet trains whisking commuters, families, and travelers between cities faster than a car and cheaper than flying. The American dream of high-speed rail looks like the systems across Europe, Japan, and China, where super-fast trains connect Beijing to Shanghai, roughly 900 miles apart. That's similar to the distance between Chicago and New York, which takes 21 to 22 hours on Amtrak. But the Beijing-Shanghai train does it in 4 hours and 18 minutes.
I do think that high-speed rail is important with the way the U.S. is laid out.
Amtrak's Acela from D.C. to Boston is America's first and only operational high-speed rail. It hits top speeds of 135 miles per hour, but it breaks down to about 62 miles per hour for most of the 7-hour journey, making it feel more like a regular train. There are also 2 other projects under construction in California and Florida, and another under contract in Texas. These projects, along with the Biden administration's historic investment in passenger rail in the infrastructure bill, provide a beacon of hope for the country's high-speed rail ambitions. But here's why those dreams will likely not materialize anytime soon. Building new railroad tracks is no easy feat.
Getting the property rights for a straight path between point A and point B is really difficult.
Texas Central, the private development company leading the Dallas to Houston high-speed rail project, is dealing with pressure from critics who say their plans will abuse eminent domain. On its website, Texas Central says it will minimize disruptions to landowners and negotiate fairly in accordance with all Texas laws.
We've made it incredibly difficult to sign off enough paperwork, to get the right workers at the site, and to get everybody to agree on what needs to happen. If we can't cut through this bureaucracy, we'll never get the rail improvements that we need in this country.
The privately funded rail company Brightline Trains is building the high-speed rail system that will connect Orlando and South Florida, with an estimated completion date of late 2022. It hasn't been a smooth ride, though. The company dealt with a 2-year, multi-million-dollar legal battle to get approval for just one of its environmental permits for only one portion of the 170-mile project. The ease and flexibility of driving also make it harder for high-speed rail to compete in the U.S.
Driving makes a lot of sense. Even though it takes more time, it can be a lot less hassle and certainly cost way less money. At the end of the day, the car just ends up being, for most people, their first thought and often the most convenient option for them.
Hefty price tags also play a role in high-speed rail construction.
California's high-speed rail has spent billions of dollars without a single train leaving the station.
California announced its initial business plan for the 670-mile high-speed rail from San Francisco to Los Angeles in 2000, more than 2 decades ago. Estimated price, $25 billion, including an extension to San Diego. Construction didn't kick off till 2015. Now, the total cost is edging close to $100 billion. The first phase was initially planned to start carrying passengers in 2025, but that's been pushed back till 2029. There's $66 billion dedicated to passenger rail in the infrastructure bill, the largest investment in rail since Amtrak started more than 50 years ago. But only $12 billion of the investment is for high-speed rail.
This is really about the entire Northeast corridor.
Will it be enough to get us to a national network of high-speed rail like some other countries have or are working on? No, this initial investment will not be enough to get us all the way there.